the summer, we want our kids getting out of school, having fun, coming to our parks and our pools, and being kids. And when you have incidents like this, it shakes the community to the core. These are our safe spaces and places, and for something like this to happen, it's an invasion, and it cuts us deep. So certainly praying for all of the victims involved in the incidents over the past 24 hours. Want to recognize, in addition to Chief Cecil, we have Councilor Rashida Caldwell here, Deputy Mayor Owens, Parks Commissioner Saisha Bird. We can all answer questions, but I wanted to defer to Chief Cecil to give the details of what we know on both the incident that took place here today as well as what happened last night on IRAP. Chief.
Thanks, Mayor. So what we know today is at 1:59 p.m. we received a shots fired activation for one shot. Officers arrived here, obviously found a large crowd, but they also found one victim on the ground outside the fence line, in addition to one spent shell casing, which was also outside the fence line. The victim, we believe, is 15 years old. He has been taken to the hospital, shot once in the abdomen area. He's listed in critical condition. Obviously, we're looking at cameras around here. We're talking with the multiple witnesses that were here at the time and continuing to investigate this crime.
Chief, where do you think the shooting then happened? You mentioned outside the fence line. Do you feel it was outside there then? Is that what you're saying?
I do believe. We believe it was outside the fence line.
And not somebody who was attending the pool for the day?
Shooting occurred outside the fence line. What they were doing before or after, don't know.
Close enough for people who were in and near the pool to see and hear what happened and be somewhat traumatized by that.
No doubt. Michael, it was 2 feet, 3 feet from the fence line.
Did the lifeguards and their life-saving actions help in this case? Did they rush over there? How did that unfold to get the emergency medical attention?
I think we were here relatively quickly along with EMS, so I'm not positive whether they got involved in that aspect.
Have you found the gun yet?
We have not.
No. And do you know who the shooter is or have an idea?
We have an idea. We're narrowing it down.
And what steps are you looking to take to ensure public safety moving forward?
I think we take the steps we've always taken, which is put more police on the street, do proactive work, take guns off the street. But it's not just a police problem here. If you include Higher Ave last night, you have young people shooting at young people, and it's as the mayor knows, as the deputy mayor knows, as Councilor Caldwell knows, this is not just a police issue. There's some other folks that need to get involved in an issue like this.
Chief, what's the status of handguns in the community? Do you find them? Are you covering a lot of them? Are they prevalent? They're coming in from outside the state. What can you tell us about that?
So I don't know the number off the top of my head, but upwards of 85 to 90% of them come from outside the state. We have collected, I think, 84 of them this year so far. We're under last year, which was in the 120s. But yeah, there's a lot of weapons out there, but most of them come in from outside the state.
Deputy Mayor, could you comment on what you're seeing here and how unusual this is to happen near the pool and what that means to the community?
I mean, the mayor said it, and the chief followed up. Our parks are a place of sanctity for many kids who need to get out of the swelter of these last 2-3 days and come to a pool. We're very proud of the work that our commissioner and our pool staff and all of us work together to make sure that pools are available for our. And I'm telling you, the small portion of our community that wreak havoc by doing something like this. And I promise you, our police department is the best there is. And if they get a clue, they get a tip, they are going to find you and you are going to be arrested. We are going to protect our community from the bad actors. And it is not the entirety of our city. I just want to make that clear. The vast majority of our folks are going about their business day to day. It is a small minority of our folks that do stuff like this. And it's not going to be tolerated. By the mayor, by me, by chief, by the council, we're not going to put up with this. And if we get any clue, and we have the best at it to investigate, we're going to find you.
What do you need to do to reopen safely as soon as tomorrow? Is that going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, we've got to get with the commissioner and the pool staff. The lifeguards they're shook up.
Sure.
Had a chance to talk to some of them, and these are really busy days. Yesterday the pool was full, and again very busy today. We're going to open when our lifeguards feel safe and when our constituents feel safe. As the deputy mayor said, this is about accountability. And the police department has proven time and time again, they're going to hold people accountable. They're going to track down those that are responsible, and they're going to hold them accountable. But as a community, we need to hold ourselves accountable. We need to hold each other accountable. And the reality is there are folks in this community that have information that we don't have right now. And if the community wants to be able to take advantage of the 8 pools that we go to great lengths to open up every summer for the thousands of kids that deserve to have a place to go in the summer, then they need to work with us to hold everyone accountable. Because as the Deputy Mayor said, it is a very small percentage of people that are ruining it for everyone, and we're not going to tolerate it, and the community shouldn't either.
This clearly makes you angry, but it also could have been worse, couldn't it? There's a bullet flying near kids swimming.
Again, our pools have been full. We have dozens of people that are here. We have people swimming, we have people playing on the playground, and we have lifeguards and pool staff working. It could have been much worse. I'm certainly very sad for the victim and praying for the victim, but this should be a wake-up call to everyone, that if everyone isn't doing everything in their power to hold this small percentage of people responsible, things could get worse. But we're going to do everything in our effort to make sure they don't.
Councilor Caldwell, we know your story. The community knows your story. You raced here with your daughter's dog to this situation, and told me as we were walking down the steps, parks are supposed to be safe. Today it wasn't. I've asked the mayor this before. I've asked now 5 police chiefs, and I'm about to ask Chief Cecil. Is this Syracuse's destiny?
Absolutely not. And it's unacceptable. The police can only do but so much. I'm urging this community to say enough is enough. If it's your child, if it's your neighbor, if it's your grandkid, we gotta stop this. Parks are supposed to be a safe place where anybody can come and relax, sit under the trees. We're spending thousands, millions of dollars to make sure that people have an opportunity to come to the pools and the splash pad, and we're shooting. We got kids shooting. By now, it should be a call already saying who did it. Right. Enough is enough. Right. Like, this got to stop. 8 young kids yesterday, and now some more today at the park. It's 90 degrees. Like, we're supposed to be enjoying ourselves. Enough is enough. You can't blame the police. You can't blame anybody else. It's time for the community to step up and say, we sick of this. It has to stop. And if people need help, let's get them the help they need. But the guns is not the option. That is not the way. So we can't blame the police. We can't blame anybody else but ourselves. And the Syracuse is an amazing place. It is a loving place. It's going to continue to be great. But that small percentage, some people got to go. And I'm going to stand by that. That's right. Some people have to go. They have to sit down and get the support and the help they need. But it's up to us to speak up. And we need to speak up now because this is unacceptable.
Who's the us? Is it
the
parents
community,
and guardians?
The parents, the guardians, me, you, the neighbors, anybody and anyone that knows anything. It's our job. Because it could be any one of us at this point in time. But this is unacceptable. And then when we get them, we need to get these babies or whoever has these guns some help. And then whoever gave them the gun, it needs to be double trouble. Because these are babies out here. So it's a whole bunch of accountability, but we all are accountable. Because a lot of times we just, it's not. It could be you. Point it out. Call it. Because I'm calling. I'm telling. Right now, Chief Cecil's phone should be ringing. They should know. Somebody's baby is in a hospital right now. And this is unacceptable. This is not the life of Syracuse. Syracuse is great. We are a great community with great people. This is unacceptable.
Chief, is this our destiny?
No, and I think she said it very well. The counselor said it very well. And the deputy mayor and the mayor, there's 95%, probably 95, 96% of the people in this city go about their lives obeying the law, trying to go to pools, trying to enjoy festivals downtown. It's the 5 or 4% that don't, and they're ruining it for everyone, but everyone needs to stand up. Just like she just said, you need to stand up and not protect the 5 or 4% that are ruining everything for everyone else, because this city does have a destiny, and this isn't it.
Chief, have you figured out what happened last night with the 8, 9, and 12-year-old? Was it one shooter? Was it a fight? What unfolded there?
Yeah, so I can go over that if everyone's done with the questions.
I just have one more question. Do you know if the shooting is gang related?
We don't at this point, no.
Chief, you said that most of the guns in the city are from out of state. Do you know if those are firearms that were purchased legally or illegally?
Many of them are guns that are purchased legally in states where you can purchase them, and then run across the border where it becomes illegal.
Do you have a percentage?
We do. Like here and behind you can get that. We have a graph we go over every 2 weeks that shows a pie chart that shows exactly where they're coming from when we recover them.
You think it's a young suspect?
We don't know. I don't know. I don't have any indication about the age of the suspect.
So how about Higher Ave then? What happened?
Yeah, so Higher Ave, and I might look at my phone a few times for details, but so it was 8:38 last night. We received a 911 call about a shooting. Officers arrived, found 3 young people in the street. All appeared to have been the victims of gunshots. All 3 taken to the hospital. As you know now, the injuries are, and this is where I'm going to look at my phone just so I can get it correct. We have an 8-year-old who was shot twice in the buttocks. We have a 9-year-old that was shot once in the left arm, and we have a 12-year-old who had a foot injury that could have been a grazing injury, but that hasn't been confirmed. So definitely 2 individuals with gunshots. What we have determined, and I want everyone to know, we didn't put out too much last night because we didn't have a lot of facts, we didn't have a lot of details. But we did take it very, very seriously because of the age. We brought in our homicide division. As all of you know, it's one of the best homicide divisions in the entire country. They work on homicides. This was not even close. But we took it seriously and brought them in. They worked throughout the night. They were able to determine that 2 suspects rolled up on VO bikes in the middle of the 200 block of Higher Ave. And then there was some type of verbal dispute that took place for only seconds. One of the individuals got off the VO bike, approached the victims, and fired multiple rounds toward them, striking again 2, maybe 3 of them. Then he jumped back on the VO bike, and the 2 suspects sped off. We're making extremely good progress on this one, with regards to the suspects, as we always do, and we hope to have them in custody in a short period of time.
Does the VO bike record help you with how they pay for it and so on?
It's one of the things we investigated, of course.
And do you have video of that happening too, from that scene?
We have video of the shooting, yes.
Do you have video of the shooting here today?
It's very likely that we do. We have several cops cameras that are in the area, but I can't tell you for certain.
And Chief Cecil, the shooting last night happened around 8:30 p.m. and then around 18 hours later is when the press conference is being held. And you know, people in the community want answers. I know you didn't have a lot of details initially, and we got details that were sent, and they were very brief. And people in the community just wanted some answers. What can you say to something like that, where you know how many details are being out when multiple children are being shot?
I can say this: we put out the facts when we have them.
And multiple children being shot within 18 hours. What's being done to protect children, especially when the weather is getting so much hotter and things are ramping up?
Listen, the Higher Ave happened in the middle of the street. Those kids live on that street or in the neighborhood. I don't know how to answer that other than what the counselor said, what the deputy mayor said,
The
what
first
the mayor
line of
said.
defense starts with families. It starts with everybody who has their arms around these kids. Search your house. Are there guns in there? Because young children like this should not have access to a gun. So search your home. Take a look at what's in your house. It's your house. Go through the rooms. Oh, the privacy of young kids, not when it comes to guns.
3 more questions.
Yeah, Mayor, I was at Higher Ave last night. I'm here today. It feels like when these things happen, maybe I'm really pessimistic. It feels like we lose part of our city for a period of time. Higher Ave, last night, children watching ambulances go away, families out on their porches watching this, a woman telling me, that's life here. I'm thinking, how can you possibly be resigned to that? Yet she is. Here at the park today, you can bet there are parents who are freaked out that this happened. It feels like we lose something that's incalculable when this happens. Do you share that view?
Yeah, I mean, Michael, I was at Higher Ave last night. I'm here today. I talked to the same folks that you talked to. What I'm reminded of when I talk to those folks, and what I'm reminded of when I walk the streets of Syracuse and knock on doors, back to the previous point, is the vast majority of people in the city are good people that just want peace and quiet and to be safe. And so when we have incidents like this, it does shake us collectively. I don't think we lose anything, but there is a trauma that is inflicted upon the community that does have a ripple effect. But you know, what I hear from folks is that they're good people. They believe in the city, but they're frustrated. They're frustrated. You can hear all of our voices. We are all incredibly frustrated by this. I mean, I think it's important to note that up until these recent events, and even with them, I mean, when you look at the statistics, we're overall crime is down 25% in the city right now. So we have been on a good trajectory. These incidents are a major setback, and we need to acknowledge that. But we also need to acknowledge that that much of what we're doing is working, and so we need to use these incidents to double down on those efforts, to double down on our collective commitment to address them and to hold ourselves accountable.
And Madam Parks Commissioner, this has obviously been visited on your department today. Your lifeguards, can you speak to your staff and your conversation with them in the immediate aftermath of this? They must have lost their minds.
So first I want to commend the staff for clearing the pool, getting folks to safety in the matter of seconds. So I applaud the staff, the young staff, for jumping in and ensuring that everyone was safe first. You know, these young folks worked tirelessly over the last couple weeks to train, to get ready, to become lifeguards, to ensure that kids have a safe, cool place on a hot day like today, to relax, to have fun, you know, to laugh amongst their peers, you know, and then we have this. This will not stop us from opening this pool to allow our kids back into our pools. It won't stop our staff from being around the kids that they love so much. Year after year, these lifeguards return to be at our pools in our city to make sure that our kids have a good time. We will continue to open. I will continue to support our staff. Immediately after this press release, as a social worker, I will be sitting with my staff, offering them the support that they need after an incident like this.
And you mentioned supporting your staff, and something like this is extremely traumatizing. What can you say to your staff after something like this happens? You know, it's tough for everyone.
You don't say anything, you listen, right? I allow them to talk and I listen. I allow them to cry and give hugs, and then I talk, right? You give them the opportunity to release whatever is inside of them, and then you listen. We also offer counseling for our staff, right? As a city employee, they have the, you know, we have coverage of insurance. So a part of that insurance is counseling. So we will offer them counseling assistance. But I will be here, as I was yesterday and the day before, checking on my staff, ensuring that they're okay.